today we're going to finally put to rest the age-old mystery Facebook question. What is 6 divided by 2 times 1 plus 2? What does that equal to? Is it 9 or is it 1? Now, the reality is 9 cannot equal 1. So this equation, because we're not solving for x, cannot be both. These are real numbers, so we have to approach them as real numbers. Most people like to use the Pemdas method. Now, in theory, this would be okay. However, the problem with this method is that it's an elementary method. It was meant to be taught to second and third graders, not necessarily grown adults. So, what does that mean? It's a theory that always works, kind of like when they tell you in the third grade, you can't do 4 minus 5, or first or second grade. We all know that that is a -1. But when you're in first and second grade, they don't teach that. They don't teach negative numbers, so they don't bother to deal with it. So, a little kid may technically have the problem right, but he will probably get it marked wrong because they're not on the subject. Well, this method is similar to that. It works most of the time, but when the problems get more complex, you have to deal with other methods. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the basic. 1 is the principle of the problem. 2 is 2 different ways to solve the problem. If I solve this problem in 2 different ways, I should get the same answer. So the premise of our equation will be this. You have to look at all of these as a unit. So if I say 6 divided by 6 divided by 2 plus, apologize, redo that again. 6 divided by 2 times 1 plus 2 is equal to what? It's simple. The way that we break this problem down in its most simplest form is A divided by B C is equal to what? So therefore, if you look at it like this, you cannot take, because they're on the same side of the equation, you can't all of a sudden make A divided by B times C. That's wrong. You would have to say A divided by BC is equal to what? So the premise is that these two are a unit. And then we all know distributive properties. You have to distribute the properties first. So this is the same. You can say 6 divided by 6 divided by 2 plus 4 is equal to what? 6 divided by 6 is equal to 1. Because these are a unit. You cannot separate the unit. You can't all of a sudden make 2 divided by 6. That is the main problem that most people are having, times 1 plus 2. That is the main problem because it changes the entire equation. It changes everything. So what you want to do is to basically attach this in its simplest form, and that is A divided by BC is equal to whatever. So if we take it like that, we can always get 6 divided by 2 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 1, because 6 divided by 6 divided by 6 is going to always equal 1. Now, it's easy for me to write that, but you get the premise of how I get that. Now, the other way you can look at it is like this. Think about basic things that we see in life every day. don't even think about this equation. Think about what this divide sign means. This divide sign is very, 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 very important. What is it doing? Divide sign is the same as saying 1 divided by 2 is equal to what? 0.5. 10 divided by 5 is equal to what? 2. 100 divided by 10 is equal to what? 10. How are we getting that? It's the same as saying 1 divided by 2 is equal to 5. 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. 100 over 10 is equal to 10. So it's the same method. So when you see this divide sign, you can almost rewrite our equation in a simple, basic way to get a more accurate answer, which is 6 divided by the unit 1 plus 2 is equal to 6 over 6 is equal to 1. Another way to look at this problem is this. And this is a real simple problem. Here's I'll say option number 2. 6 divided by 2, 1 plus 2. It's the exact same problem, except now I'm replacing the divide with the old divide bracket that we used to see way back when in elementary, which is part of this problem. So if I look at this, now that we've separated the entities, this entire problem looks a lot simpler to solve. And that's because why? Because we're going to say 6 divided by 6 is equal to what? 1. It's just that simple. We used to do the little 1 there. So now it makes sense because we're not going to say 6 and then all of a sudden this 2 comes out here, and then that's 3. We know that that's wrong. So it's just as wrong as in our original problem to do this before you do this. So this is why if you look at it like this, 6 divided by 2 plus 1 plus 2 is 6 divided by 6. You will get 1. So both ways are correct and will always give you a more accurate answer. So anytime you see a divide sign in a problem, you can always separate those things as separate entities. So hope that helps. And there is your solution.